Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a review of the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation. Go ahead and stay tuned. Guys, so before we get this review started, I just want you to know I do not have this foundation on. There's a reason for it. I'll get into it as we go into the review. The color that I have is Deep Mocha. I actually picked up the Mocha first, and then when I got home I realized it was not the right color, and I thought this was the last color, so I was like, I'm not going to do a review on this. But then I realized that it came in one last color, the Deep Mocha. So this is Mocha, this is Deep Mocha. I'll go ahead and do a hand swatch for you guys so you can see the difference in the color. Deep Mocha is the color, is the last color, and Mocha is the color before the last color, which is, yeah. So obviously there could have been at least one or two colors in between there. 16 shades, 16? I would say if you're my skin tone and you actually match up to other foundations that I've reviewed in the past, Deep Mocha would be a good color for you. This foundation is about $7 or $8, which is really, really good for, you know, the kind of coverage that you get. So the first thing I noticed about this foundation was the applicator. The applicator is attached to the top. It looks like this. It's like a little, looks like a giant cotton ball, to be totally honest, but it does feel really good going on your skin. So, you know, you just apply it like this. I really don't care for the applicator. It's cute and all, but I don't care for it because, you know, when you touch your face, you're putting everything that was on your face back in here. So I would suggest if you're going to go ahead and pick this up, because it is only like $7 or $8. I mean, who can resist that? But if you're going to go ahead and pick it up, I would suggest just make sure every time you start to apply foundation, this foundation, that you wash your face really nicely, really thoroughly, and that you don't start with the dirty face. Because if you start with the dirty face, all that stuff on your face is gonna go right back up in here, and the next time you pull this out, it's gonna go right back on your fresh face, and you may start to break out. So this foundation claims to be a medium coverage foundation. It's not claiming to be a full coverage foundation, but it does give really good coverage, a really decent coverage. I noticed I would apply like 2 to 3 layers. I just wanted to see what it would look like and see if it could actually possibly build up to a full coverage, and it didn't. I got a medium to right on the cusp of full coverage. So it wasn't completely full coverage, but it is exactly a medium coverage foundation, and I think that's pretty good. Even though I said it gets good coverage, I could still see my hyperpigmentation like under my eyes and right under here through the foundation. They have some new concealers out. The Stay Matte concealers, but I will be reviewing these concealers, so I just spot treated those areas and it was just fine. It gave me good coverage, but it still was not thick enough to cover the little areas under my eyes and right here, which is not a big deal. I could have still gone out, but I still wanted to be able to share that with you guys and show you guys how to fix that problem. So that was an easy fix, in my opinion. That was a very easy fix because the concealers are only like $4 or $5. So I was like, yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning right now. As far as the finish, I was really surprised about the finish. It was like, it like smoothed out my face. Like it was a nice smooth canvas for me to apply the rest of my makeup. I applied it with the sponge at one time, and then the second time I applied it with the brush. I prefer applying it with the brush. So this does dry pretty fast. After you applied your moisturizer, your primer, go ahead and apply this foundation section by section. So I would say if you have dry skin, you definitely can wear this foundation, but I would suggest to get a hydrating primer and to prep your face really well before you apply this. But if you have oily skin, you're gonna love this. This is really, really like, I don't know, it's just, it's nice. It's a nice foundation for $7 to $8. The reason why I think a lot of people don't talk about this is because the color range. There are only 16 colors in this. Yeah, 16 colors. And this is the last color, and this is the second to the last color. So, what happened? Did something happen? What? Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot the rest of the shades? Did someone steal the darker shade formula? I'm just saying. That's all. I'm just saying. So, to the reason why I don't have this foundation on my face, it's because of the smell. It has a bit of a perfume smell to it. Not even a bit. It's a lot. My allergies are really weird. I can take some things better than I can take others. Rude? What is that? So the first 2 applications of this, I didn't have a problem with it. It was the second day that I started to smell a little bit of something, but then I was like, does this have a smell to it? Then the third application, as I was applying it, like mid brushing it out, I realized, I was like, what's that smell? And I realized that it was this. But you know, at that point, I already had it on my face. So I just went ahead and kept on doing my makeup. Yeah, so as I'm applying it to my face, I get to this part and I'm blending it out, you know, or whatever. And I inhale and my nose started to run immediately. So my eyes started to water and my nose started to run. And I was really upset because I had already did my full face and I'm looking beat okay. And I have snot coming down my nose. What's that? So I was like, well, I already got the whole thing on my face. If it starts to get really bad, I'll wipe it off. The day goes by and yeah, I don't think I touched on that. So this foundation, it lasts. I think I ended up leaving it on my face that last time for about 15 hours. And at that point I couldn't take it anymore. So I wiped it off. So it does last really, really long and I was still looking pretty good. So once everything was washed off, I was just like, man, that's crazy because I've worn this before. I'm trying to figure out why all of a sudden my allergies are acting up. So I was like, well, maybe it's expired. So, you know, I go to the label and it doesn't expire till 8/2019. And we're still in 2019. Well, we just started 2019. I got a lot of time to have this. So by the end of the next day, I opened the foundation up again because by that time my allergy had stopped. My eyes were still a little burning, but I just wanted to see, is it just me? And I opened it up and that scent hit me again and I was just like, yeah, that's it. I was actually really down when I realized that I couldn't wear the foundation because I was like, man, for like $7 or $8, yo. Dear Rimmel, this is a good foundation, but could y'all do better on 2 things? 1, the shade. 2, the fragrance. Well, here's the thing. I can understand. If y'all want to put fragrance in your thing, that's fine. I just won't have to buy it. That's just me. I'm just saying. Not a lot of people care about fragrances, and that's fine. But at least do something with the shade range. This is a good foundation. Y'all need some more shades in this. But yeah, so that is it for the video. That's just my thoughts, my opinion. As always, I hope it was helpful. If you guys have any comments or concerns or questions, or if you have any thoughts on this whole situation, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. And as always, stay blessed.
She loving the likes, she living the life, yeah. She Instagram famous, you know that it's dangerous. Baby, you famous, Instagram famous. Body on 10, your body on 10. Shawty, you banging, oh yeah. We gon' get paid now, we gon' get paid now, okay. We gon' get paid now, we gon' get paid now, we gon' get paid now, okay. Loving the likes.